Hello, beautiful star. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Astar, and welcome to Source Light Star. In this video, we are going to be channeling Nebethet, also known as Nephthys. But we are not only tuning into Nephthys, we are also tuning into Hapi. So Hapi is one of the 4 sons of Horus. And the 4 sons of Horus, they are connected to the 4 elements and the 4 cardinal directions. They are the 4 rudders of heaven, or the 4 pillars that are upholding heaven. And both Nebethet and Hapi, they are guarding the cardinal direction of the north. So let's explore this energy together. I am very excited to see what comes through. And as a little disclaimer, everything that I'm about to say is my personal interpretation of this energy, but my intention for this video is to explore this energy together. So I hope you are excited too. Let's see what we have. This card represents Nebethet. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Isle of Avalon. Okay, beautiful energy, very earthy. So this here represents Hapi, as well as this card. Okay, so the name Nebethet actually means the house of nature. So it's the temple of nature. So Nephthys is basically the energy that allows the infinite light of the divine to have a house, to have a temple. That's why Nephthys is actually the physical realm. So everything that is material, everything that's physical, everything that we can perceive with our senses is Nebet, is the house of nature. And that's why here we have the energy of the star. The star is really this notion of the 4 elements and the 5th in the middle, the 4 cardinal directions and the center. And only with this structure of the pentacle there can be physical form. That's why Earth is represented by the pentacles, but the actual symbol of the pentacle is the star. So the energy of the pentacle, of the Ace of Pentacles, it's basically this idea that we need to have the 4 elements in order for the light of the divine to be expressed into the matter, into the physical. And then as soon as this expression is here, the manifestation of the physical, the manifestation of the divine light in creation, that's Nebethet, that's the house of nature, that's Nephthys. So Nephthys, actually I should turn this around so it makes more sense. Nephthys is the downward flowing serpent. It's the serpent that comes from the invisible, from the other side of the veil, and is flowing into creation. It's flowing into form. And that's why both Nephthys and Hapi, they are guarding the north, because the north is connected with Upper Egypt. So we have Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, the red land and the black land, the physical material realm and the invisible spirit realm. And Nebethet, that's the queen of the red land. She is the queen of the desert. So basically the divine feminine energy that we can see and perceive when we are consciously awake and aware. Everything that's physical, everything that has manifested form, everything that's crystallized. That's why the Ace of Pentacles is showing up. Pentacles is the energy of the earth, the element of earth. Earth is everything that has a set structure, a set form. But actually this set form is just the framework in order to understand energy. But the energy in itself is light, is ethereal. So Earth is not really matter in that sense, but Earth is actually structured thought patterns. Earth is the structured thought patterns that makes us believe that this crystal is solid, because we need to have this thought pattern that it's solid. Otherwise I could put my hand through it and nothing would make sense. So the element of earth is actually the framework that can help us make sense of the physical experience. It's basically the laws of nature. Because without these laws, without these structures, we would be swimming like a spirit in an ethereal soup. And so 𝑓, the house of nature, is giving structure to the unmanifest. It's giving the framework that allows this divine feminine energy to have form. But the thing is, all form is temporary. That's why 𝑛bet is also the nature of death, the deity of death. Because everything that comes from the invisible and is flowing into the material also has to die. All form is temporary, and that's why sooner or later this form has to dissolve, so we go back to the formlessness, because that's where we come from. We come from formlessness, we go temporarily into the form, but then sooner or later the form has to die, so we transcend back with the upward moving serpent. Isis is the upward moving serpent. There is also messages from Auset in the context of the 4 sons of Horus. Definitely feel free to check out the other goddesses and the other sons of Horus as well, in order to make sense of this energy as a whole. And now I'm actually feeling called to pull one card that explains the connection between Hapi and 𝑛bet. So all 4 sons of Horus, they have a different head. And Hapi has the head of a baboon. So the baboon is connected with the deity of Thoth. It's also very much connected with the energy of the moon. And now I'm really curious to see how this energy of Thoth, of the baboon, connects us with Nephthys. So let's see. We have the Lady of the Lake. Okay, beautiful. So looking at the Lady of the Lake, this is actually immediately taking me to Isis, because Isis, that's very much this energy of the Lady of the Lake, the energy of the swan, this very pure energy of new beginnings. Something is about to happen. So it's also talking about divine inspiration, because Thoth, that's basically the divine intelligence. And so the energy of 𝑛bet is the energy which allows this divine intelligence, which is Thoth, to flow into form. That's why here the Lady of the Lake has the sword which is pointing downwards. So it's really this energy that comes from the invisible and is channeled into the physical. But I still feel that there is something else that wants to come through to explain the connection with Hapi. We have the 7 of Cups and we have the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. Back of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. Yes, okay, now it makes sense. So the energy of Thoth, that's the energy of the cosmic dragon, the cosmic intelligence. This is like the spirit of source, the spirit of consciousness. And this spirit can have an infinite amount of manifestations. So it all starts with the imagination. So all creation actually starts with Thoth. It starts with a thought. Because Thoth is the thought of source, the thought process of source, like the imagination of source, the ideation of source, this divine ideation that is creating an image. But the thing is, we can have a thought before we are actually acting on it. And that's why there is this duality between Hapi, which is connected to Thoth, and 𝑛bet. It is really talking about this notion from the immaterial to the material, from the idea into something tangible. And in order to create the form in the physical, we first have to reconnect with the idea behind it, so that the creation, the temple, can be something divine. This is really talking about choices, because the 7 of Cups is always talking about choices. Which choice to go for, what to create, what to birth into manifestation. In order to birth something beautiful, in order to birth something divine, we are wanting to reconnect with the energy of Thoth, of Hapi, of the baboon, in order to connect with the divine inspiration. So it's almost taking a step back and really connecting with the soul's purpose. Yes, beautiful. Connecting with the intention behind the creation. Also connecting with our soul's intention. So when we connect to the realm of the darkness, we can reconnect with our soul's purpose in order to create something which is in alignment with our soul. And this is very much where Hapi is helping us. Hapi is also this energy of Aquarius, so this energy of helping us find the connection between things, and the cosmic dragon, that's basically the intelligence of the universe, the intelligence that shows us that everything is connected. There is only one intelligence in the universe, and it's this spirit of source, the thought of source, the imagination of source that connects everything. So this is really talking about this idea of connecting with the invisible, exploring our spiritual side, going within basically, and to reconnect with our soul's intention, because only then we can know what to create in this realm. Because the realm of the blackness, that's the realm that we experience when we close our eyes. When our eyes are open, we experience the physical realm. That's the outward moving energy, the masculine energy, everything that's light, everything that is consciously awake and aware. But the realm of the blackness, that's the realm we experience when our eyes are closed, when we turn within and we reconnect with our spirit, we reconnect with the subconscious. And so since the Lady of the Lake is centering the reading, the Lady of the Lake is actually the energy of Isis, of a new beginning, but this energy of purity. So here 𝑓 and Hapi are really talking about the purity of our creations. So they are advising us to create pure creations, creations that are in alignment with our soul, creations that are honoring the divine. And this is this energy of divine inspiration, this energy of Isis, this energy of, yes, connecting to the other side of the veil in order to get this divine inspiration. And this inspiration is then leading to creation in the physical realm. So it's really talking actually about the harmonization of the physical and the spiritual. That's why Isis also shows up. So there is no Isis without Nephthys, there is no Nephthys without Isis. Isis being the upward moving serpent and Nephthys being the downward moving serpent. We need to have both. We need to have the physical and the spiritual. We need to have the eyes open, consciously awake and aware, but we also need to close our eyes and turn within. But if we only focus on the creation, if we only focus on the outside, then we might create something which is not in alignment with our soul. And that's why the message right now is to turn within, reconnect with the inner realms, so that we can create something which is in alignment with our soul, so that we can create creations that are infused with this divine inspiration, this divine light of Isis, of Thoth. Isis and Thoth are talking about the magic, about the mystery. So the message is really about birthing the magic, birthing the mystery. Because here in this realm we can basically choose what to create. There are many different cups that we can drink from. There are many things that we can plan and build. But again, it's about connecting to our soul's intention, so that we can actually create something which we are meant to create. Because if we act from the ego, if we are too much in the Knight of Wands energy, too much in the masculine energy, and forget about our soul's intention, then we are not really fulfilling our soul's purpose. Then we might create something which is not in alignment with our soul's path, and then it's just creating delays or unnecessary challenges or unnecessary suffering. That's why the main message right now is to reconnect with the invisible, turn within, so that we can then take this very clear intention, so that we can receive this crystal clear inspiration and to plant a new seed. And here we have new beginning, like new beginning. Ace of Wands is a new beginning, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. And in order to smoothen the process of this new beginning that is happening collectively, we are wanting to turn within, connect with this energy of the High Priestess, reconnect with our soul's purpose, so we know exactly which seed to plant, so we know exactly how to move forward in alignment. And when we work with this energy of the new beginning, and we are acting in alignment with our soul's purpose, this is really what can skyrocket us forward with this Knight of Wands energy, where we then really have the support from the Great Mother, the support with the material things. Because again, this is messages from 𝑓. If we are acting in alignment with our soul, if we are taking actions that are in alignment with our soul's purpose, then we have the support from the divine. Then all the resources necessary to birth our projects into creation, they magically appear. Then we have the support from the cosmic forces in order to bring certain things into manifestation. And that's why in order to build this temple, this house of nature in alignment with the divine energy, we also need Isis. And now I'm actually feeling called to pull 2 more cards to end this reading. Messages from 𝑓. We have the 2 of Swords, and we have look at this Ace of Coins. I mean, if this is not talking about the new beginning, back of the deck, 10 of Pentacles, and we had the 10 of Pentacles here again. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, bam. This is one of the most prosperous energies I've ever tuned in, literally. So 𝑓 and Hapi, they are really helping us to bring in prosperity in our life, because again, they are guarding the north. They are guarding also our northern star. The north is not only connected to the physical realm, but it's also connected to our north star, our guiding light, our soul's intention. And in order to build a divine temple in this realm, in this human incarnation, we are again wanting to bring the divine light into this realm by infusing this divine energy into all of our creations. And sometimes we cannot really see where we are going, because there is also this energy of, yes, not really having it all figured out. Because in this realm, obviously, there is a delay. There is no instant manifestation like in the higher realms, but we have to go through the process of first having the idea, then putting in the first step and then the next step, and then here in this realm, manifestation takes a little bit longer than in other dimensions. So even if right now you cannot really see your whole soul's plan, this whole creation that's going to unfold, it's really about taking the first step, planting the first seed, starting with the first intention. And this is very much what gets the ball rolling. And so all of this is then leading to the King of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles twice. I mean, look at this. This is absolute abundance in the physical, absolute prosperity and fullness, like really having all of our physical needs met. And this is what 𝑓 is wanting to help us do. Life here on earth is beautiful. So she is really bringing back this energy of the Garden of Eden, where we all can live in prosperity. So what is happening right now is really about bringing in this divine energy in this realm, so that we can reawaken this energy of the Garden Eden, where we all live in prosperity, where every single human being is experiencing this 10 of Pentacles energy, and where every human being has reconnected with this Knight of Wands energy. This is the King of Wands. This is talking about divine sovereignty. It's really the energy of the heart, reconnecting with the heart, the reactivation of the heart, but also divine intelligence with this dragon energy, this Thoth energy, and us taking the scepter in our hand, taking the magic wand in our hand, and creating as creator beings. So Nephthys is actually reminding us of our nature as creator beings. We are the ones creating this realm. And if there is something which we don't like, then we can change it. Collectively, we have the power to change everything. We have the power to end all wars. But it all starts with us. It all starts with the first step that we take, with the seeds that we plant, with the first action that we take. Because from the seed, the whole tree of life is growing. From the Ace of Wands, the first action, we can then turn into the King of Wands, which is basically the energy of Ra, the energy of being on top of the world. It's really talking about divine embodiment. And so the main message of this reading, it's about reconnecting with the North Star, reconnecting with our soul's purpose. And when we are acting in alignment with our soul's purpose, then we can create this beautiful Garden of Eden. This is very much this energy of Avalon. So Avalon, that's actually the ideal planet. That's the energy of Garden Eden. That's basically how life in the physical realm was designed to be. But before this could happen, humanity first needed to be initiated. We needed to experience the light, but we also needed to experience the darkness. And right now we are coming out of a cycle of a lot of darkness, a lot of illusion, like the fall of consciousness, the fall of Atlantis, a long period where basically illusion and death and diseases and darkness has been reigning. And so life on earth was quite challenging for quite a long time. But right now 𝑓 is coming through to purify the garden again. She is basically reminding us that life in the physical realm can be beautiful. We can experience this Garden of Eden energy. And it all starts with the intentions that we set, with the seeds that we plant. And we truly, literally have the power to bring in the divine light into this realm. Because this is very much what Nephthys is doing all the time. She starts from the top of the pyramid. She starts with Ra. And she brings the light of Ra into manifestation with the downward flowing serpent. And so she's really helping us to live a divine life, to experience the divine even in the physical, to experience joy, bliss and abundance in the physical. I mean 10 of Pentacles twice. That's the most abundant energy of it all. It's really having all of our physical needs met. And it's so beautiful that if we look at Hapi, Hapi is actually the one who is guarding the lungs. So the 4 sons of Horus, they were basically guarding 4 organs in the canopic jars when the deceased were being mummified. And Hapi, the baboon, is actually guarding the lungs. And this is very powerful because the lungs, they're actually connected with the breath, the spirit breath, the breath of the cosmic dragon, which is the cosmic intelligence. So when we breathe, we are automatically breathing in this divine light, the divine spirit. And it's the spirit which keeps us alive. It's the spirit which is inspiring us to breathe. And so there is also this message of knowing about the power of the breath. So when we breathe deeper, we are automatically able to inhale more light. So the deeper we breathe, the more light is being channeled into our vessel. So the first step of bringing heaven to earth is actually learning how to breathe deeper, learning about the power of the breath, connecting with this whole idea of the breath. Because when we understand the power of our breath, then we actually understand the power of creation. So if you ever felt the call to explore breath work, this is your invitation or your confirmation. Because when we are mastering our breath, it means that we are mastering the life force energy. And we need the life force energy in order to create. So the deeper we breathe, the more light is infused in our vessel. So, beautiful star, 𝑓 and Hapi are reminding us of our nature as creator beings. They are reminding us of the power of the breath. This was your message for today. I hope you resonated with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And if you liked this video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. This can really help the channel. I am infinitely grateful for your presence. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. And if you feel the call to go deeper, I'm also offering personal readings and healing sessions and light language activations. So feel free to reach out at any time. You find all the information on my website below. And thanks so much for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this transmission. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love.